Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling Pin Recipes. I've got 4 bananas that have seen better days. We need to use them up. It doesn't want to open. I'm just going to put these into this bowl here. We're going to give them a little mix with the hand mixer, and we are making banana nut muffins today. They sound delicious. Gonna use this up, and I'm working on my sourdough, y'all. This is my starter. It needs to be discarded and fed, and this is my discard from the fridge. It needs to be used up. So we're gonna try and add some to this non-sourdough recipe. I'm not gonna do a long ferment or nothing like that. We're just gonna bake them up. It's been hot and cold here on and off, so I want a little bite. So these bananas went pretty rough. They're not super mushy though, they're pretty good. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this little mixer together and we're just gonna give it a quick mix, if it'll work. That did a perfect job. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of butter, melted. Yikes. Okay, let me get all that. All right, y'all, I've got this butter mostly melted, well, softened at least. We're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna add in the butter to my bananas, and then we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of oil as well. We're gonna do, I think I mixed that first. So let's mix that, and then we'll do 1/2 cup of white and brown sugar. I think since this is so wet, we're just gonna add in some discard right now, y'all. However much that was. So now I just have a little bit in my, this is the tub I use for my sourdough starter, my jar. I should add more because I have a ton at least so my tub can close. But I want to keep that free of any of this because this is just making a mess. I'm gonna have to make something else with that probably. We're going to add our sugars. I might mix this up real quick too. 1/2 cup, but we're gonna go a little light. Those bananas, come on y'all, that's so sweet already. Oh jeez, oh boy. It says lightly packed. This isn't packed at all. We're just gonna go in with that. There's cows across the street, so there are flies everywhere. We're not gonna add a streusel topping. We're just gonna top it with some nuts. These are supposed to be room temp, but I'm not gonna mess around with that today. Just going for it, y'all. All right, y'all, we need a 1/4 cup of buttermilk. I got a little bit of milk in there and drop of lemon juice. All right, y'all, I'm gonna pour my milk in. Ooh, tablespoon of vanilla. It's actually quite a bit, so that's nice to see. We're gonna mix that up real well. All right, y'all, at this point we're supposed to get a separate bowl, but I don't want to today. Got my AP flour right here. We are going to get ourselves 2 cups. So that's going to be 4 scoops because this is my half. And we're going to mix it all together on top because I've got a couple other dry ingredients to add. This is lightly packed. It's 1 cup. I don't know if I've ever made banana nut muffins. They're not my favorite, but they are good. My husband wants some muffins, so I am happy to make them. All right, y'all. That's 2 cups. We need 1½ teaspoons of baking powder. 1½, might add a little extra, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So we might add a little more towards a teaspoon. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A little extra will be fine because it's going to be so sweet. And I believe we just mix that up. I might go in a bit with this and then go with my spat. Get a little bit everywhere, y'all. I'm gonna add walnuts. I need to chop those up. Keep them in my freezer. Oh yeah, nice and thick. Delicious. Smells so sweet. Very thick. We're not gonna hit it with the mixer because they don't want us to overmix it. We're gonna leave it at that, y'all, and I'll have to find something else to use that discard with. I'm gonna get my liners ready and get this rolling. All right, y'all, before we do this pan, I actually kind of want to put a bit more of this in there. Not sure how this is gonna go. I have made discard cookies before. All right, y'all, sweet. At least I can shut the lid on there now. That also was a gift. It's nice and thick. Just mix this in nice. Smells delicious. I chopped up my walnuts over here, so we'll get that in the batter as well as on top of the muffins. And this is a ton of batter, so we might have enough to freeze and see how that goes. I did about 3 handfuls, very thick. Got these little Valentine's Day liners. Try to make as little mess as possible. I've got my oven set to 425. We're filling them up pretty high, y'all. The last muffins I made turned out very well. Very moist, delicious, soft, a little too much chocolate chips, but still delicious. And they had a gorgeous dome on top. My goodness, with the looks of this, we're gonna make like 1,000 muffins. Jiminy. These are just the regular muffin pans. Alright, doesn't even look like I dented this bowl, y'all. Jiminy. Now we'll just top them with a couple nuts. Hopefully they stay. I'm not going to do anything streusely or anything like that. We're just going in with nuts. Alright, y'all, throw them in the oven. It's at 425. We're going to bake them for 8 minutes and then drop it down to 350. Same as the other recipe. Hope they go well. Hey y'all, these muffins turned out delicious. The little bit of sourdough in them tastes just fine. The nuts in them is fabulous. This batch made so many muffins. Probably 20, 25 muffins. 24 probably. My family has enjoyed so many of them. They turned out absolutely delicious. Definitely would make them again. These cute little liners. You want to make sure you don't overcook them. Use a thermometer to measure it and it helps a ton. Anyway, we appreciate y'all for joining us and hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing, giving this video a like, and letting us know what you think down below in the comments. We love cooking and creating new recipes and trying new food. These turned out moist and delicious, y'all. What more could you want? Bon appetit, y'all. Peace out.